and finding out it's kind of dumb. Realize I am so...
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go from downtown Minneapolis. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready, ready. Here we go. Sack. 70 Lions. They'll run. It's Davis. And he'll get ahead for about 3 on the first play from scrimmage.
He's brought down
From 31, here's second down and 6.
Second and 6.
A throw left side, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. Third down coming up.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
On first and 10, it's McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Minnesota.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Lions are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 8.
Back to throw. Exiting the pocket right. one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down. So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch and taken right around the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Really with I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink, you got to chill.
Okay, ready?
I be on my little mouse drip.
Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
A 12-yard pickup.
Here's a first down for their running back. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, it puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
He's got his man. It's Jefferson. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Going up top. He's got it. That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line.
A gain of 43 yards.
A big play for Minnesota to gain of 43 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
70 line, 19 tight, 19 tight.
McCarthy now to throw on first and 10. That is caught. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
Will Riker is lining up for the extra point.
Riker good with the extra point. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. He kicks this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took up way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. He'll drop the throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Detroit.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. He'll look to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Middle of the field, taken in by Addison. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
15 yards. And the Vikings first down. First and 10.
Throwing here on first and 10 is McCarthy. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately for this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And third down coming up.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Special teams changes the momentum. Right after a 3-and-out, you think you're getting the ball back instead. Not just a turnover break, but a touchdown the other way.
Yeah, and you can just see their body language. The wind has come out of the sails. The offense is fired up. Great job, defense. You force a 3-and-out, and you got your helmet on. You think you're about to take the field and get a possession. Next thing you know, disaster strikes. Not only the turnover, Mike, the scoop score, and they take it back for 6.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Forced to his right. And this is incomplete. But it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's first and 5. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second down at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's second and 5. They'll look to throw. Into traffic, but taken in. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after one, 14-0 is our score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Lions ball to begin this second quarter as they've got it with first and 10. Here's Gibbs. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Detroit Lions, first down. A gain of 15. And the
Off
Lions,
play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught downfield by Tesla. And he'll take this one in. Isaac Tesla. Touchdown, Lions. The extra point try forthcoming.
The kicker on for the point after.
It's up
His kick
and
is
through.
good.
And the Lions are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Lions 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Set. Go.
On first down, it's Davis. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Vikings,
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
38-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
Give him
yards.
14 on that one. It'll be a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. Ball on the 39. Here's second and a yard.
39-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
79 Broncos. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18. Panther 11. Panther, take over.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Incomplete.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Go. 19 tight. Warriors 17.
On second down, here's McCarthy. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
A loss of 7.
Here's Torrey Taylor
It's
now.
4th down.
He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. He'll take this in, back at the 16. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Now they'll set up to throw. Pick as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Dragon 60. Set. Panther 60. Panther
They'll throw out of the gun. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on fourth down. They'll look to throw yet again. Out to his right. He'll tuck it and take off. 1:58 to go in the first half of play. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Check go.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of one.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Here's Braden Mann now, as he's on to punt for the second time. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On first down, here's McCarthy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now, a give to Davis. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. The Lions all their first time out. Drop things over before third down. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. First down, Minnesota.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to 60. Back to 60. Check go.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the
McCarthy to the air on second down. That's to the left side, taken in by Jefferson.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's a third down and 4. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. To the air once more is McCarthy. That Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball. It'll bring up third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. A big play at a critical juncture in this game. 42 yards.
Let's go. 65 cat.
Here's McCarthy. That one taken in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game. And now 15 for the Eagles. Riker now to add the extra point. His kick is good. Vikings will take a 21-7 lead. 3 seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. Now return coming from the 7. We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now, faking the give. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. The tight end, Sam reported the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver.
He gets free inside the 30. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
18 Cardinal. Mustang 19. Go.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. Still going. And he'll be marked down to the 15-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. 61 yards.
15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Now Davis. And he's in. Touchdown, Vikings.
You just don't see these these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
He kicks this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, but this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a difference. We can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
He's got this on target to Allison. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. The throw here is complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
At the 6-yard line.
A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. And he'll take it on in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Will Riker down on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings will extend this 3rd quarter lead. He kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This pass caught right side. It's Allen. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
That's good.
Tough to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
To the air now on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a first down. Here's first and 10.
31-yard line.
Let's go. 60 by 6. 18, right here.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
Back to the air one more time. That's caught by Gibbs. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
3 yards.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal.
First down.
Here's Gibbs. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and goal.
Here we go, second. Hawk 7, Hawk 7. 60 by 6. Hawk 6.
They'll look to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21.
Lions 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
34-yard line.
They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. On first and 10, it's McCarthy. That one just too far. Out in front, and it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
On second down, here's McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up third down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Now a third and 2. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Fourth down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And they will finally bring him down, but what a call there. The fake works, big yardage, and the first down. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A little play action here with McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Reicher's good with the extra point. The Vikings will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Reicher out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
They're on the 28-yard line.
A run up the middle, it's good. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Complete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down. Wow, that was no small feat. Going for a 4th and 9. They still picked it up by a yard.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part, I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He'll find Jefferson coming across the field. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Vikings first down.
A run with Davis. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
3rd and 9. From the gun, here's McCarthy. To the goal line and in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign. And that touchdown will probably break any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Breaker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here is 2nd down and 7. We'll go once more with Brooks. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he's going to get all the way down to the Vikings 18.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half.
And 2.
Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 3rd and 2. Here we go. We'll try and run it with Brooks. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
It's 4th down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone. And it pays off with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, Detroit.
Give it up the middle to Brooks. Nothing there. forcing it just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Now here's second and goal.
Set. 79 Broncos.
He'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for two.
The Lions will set up for the two-point conversion.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. Vikings 49, Lions 27.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
On the handoff, it's Davis. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
First and 10 at the
Ball out to the
35-yard
35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That is brought in. And he'll be forced out of bounds.
A gain of
His
26
11th
yards.
grab of the game.
That's
And a
another
first down.
Vikings first
They'll come
down.
up first and 10 at
First
the
and
40.
10 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the
First
clock
and 10
down
at the
from here.
26-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about
Brings
done.
up second and 8.
Back to 60. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running the game, there is a lot of space open underneath.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That is caught.
These are the worst. I've been had a couple years, Michael, I swear. I took them inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard now?
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Riker now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Vikings are going to extend their lead.
The score, Vikings 56, Lions 27.
this one as the kick is away. A return now from the 4. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So a win here for the Vikings. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.